about to rob a bank, which we guessed didn't benefit to his friendly neighborhood reputation. Compared to his predecessors, Tom Holland's homemade suit looked top-notch, with some apparent allusions to Scarlet Spider, although each homemade suit gets the push for creativity, and we move on to actually interesting suit models. Sam Raimi Trilogy. Oh, the good old 2002, when the first movie about Spidey saw the world. This was an adaptation of the classic comics, where Peter was able to do all the Spidey stuff by himself, and the suit served the cover-up purpose solely. The costume didn't have any gadgets or equipment. Peter shot web from his wrist, which sounds and looks weird, and climbed vertical surfaces thanks to small hooks on his fingers. From the aesthetic point of view, the suit had all the cognizable elements from comics combined together with the dimension-adding features, like the exerted web pattern. The film series laid a great foundation for the future Spider-Man movies as an example of the successful transformation of the comics concept into a wearable and cool-looking suit.
Everywhere.
The second movie from the series had Peter wearing the same suit as in the previous part. What attracts more interest is the final part of the trilogy. Being more particular, the black suit Spider-Man wore while being possessed by alien symbiotes. It wasn't modified significantly, except for the renewed color palette that consisted of black and silver, stylish and threatening. What else can we say? The Amazing Spider-Man. The suits Andrew Garfield wore on the film set were the mix of old and new, where the traditional costume features were overviewed, according to the demands of time. But let's start from the beginning. According to the plot, Spidey made the costume using spandex technologies and a little bit of tailoring. As compared to the previous movie series, he disarmed his enemies thanks to web shooters on his design, which corresponds to the comics narrative perfectly. Despite that, the movie received bad critical acceptance, where lots of viewers complained at the style of the costume. The suit was subjected to criticism because of its small orangish eye lenses and strange sneakers footwear. So when the next part of the series came out, the criticism was taken into account. Spidey got his white eyes, more distinctive net pattern, less sneakers-like footwear, and generally more broad silhouette. The new version of the suit is still considered the best among all Spider-Man movies, even those who hate the Amazing Spider-Man series undeservingly. MCU Spider-Man. It all started when Tom Holland brought down the house in Marvel's Civil War. His episodic appearance in his brand new Spidey suit marked the beginning of the new Spider-Man era. Good job. The eyes of the suit became smaller and also obtained the ability to change their size, illustrating Peter's emotions. The superhero abilities were also provided by the suit, as since it was designed by no other than Iron Man. In Civil War, we saw only the basic features the Spidey's armor was able to do. In Homecoming, a lot of time was given to the features of the suit, and how Peter learns to use them. The costume now has a spider drone instead of a simple logo on a chest. There are multiple web shooting modes, including an explosive web, and it also got some comics-inspired air gliders under the arms. How cool is that? Not so cool as the Iron Spider suit Tom Holland dressed up in Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame. The costume is now made from some kind of metal, repeating the style of Iron Man's armor. They got serious combat equipment, including 4 mechanical spider legs. When entering the killing mode, they literally pierce through the enemy's bodies. Recently, Spider-Man Far From Home hit the big screen. Its creators promised us even cooler Spidey suits for different occasions, and they had respect for their promises. The world saw an awesome spying costume designed by Nick Fury that the viewers found really similar to the one Spider-Man Noir from comics was wearing. Another one, Far From Home Revelation, was a red and black suit Spidey created by himself, based on the technologies Tony Stark developed.
I need a suit.
You take care of the suit. I'll take care of the suit.
The upgraded suit, aside from the basic features, obtained even more distinguishing web wings, a built-in parachute with Spider-Man's emblem,